Hey free-to-play gang, welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be a spicy one. I'm going to answer all of your common questions, and even if you're a mid-game player or an end-game player, some of this information might even help you because you may not know exactly where to find everything. So hopefully this video covers everything that you need to know, and I'm sure it will. However, I may miss out on one or two things, but that's not really so much of a problem. I think this video is going to encompass almost everything that you need to know about the game. Or rather, at least just the 5 questions that I'm just going to answer for this video. But before we get into the video itself, if you find that you enjoyed the video or you found it helpful, don't forget to subscribe. Subscribing is free and you can always change your mind afterwards. So let's get into it. Question number 1. How do I farm gold? So this is a very common question everyone is asking. So here are some of the places that I farm gold. So the first place, which is also the best place to farm gold, is going to be your practice stages. So if you go to your story stages over here, you can access the practice stages like so, and you notice that you obtain 14,800 gold per run. And this is almost equivalent to selling 2 6-star relics, so this is a lot of currency in just one single run. And of course, on the second weekend of every single month, there will be a 2 times EXP and a 2 times gold drop event. So the best time to grind EXP and gold is going to be on the second weekend of every month. So I would highly suggest that all of you make the most of these weekends and farm all the gold and EXP that you require. And also another unorthodox way for you to farm gold is at the DJ contest over here. I'm not going to show you how this works, but whoa. Okay, so there is sound. Okay, so apparently the thing is, if you complete the DJ contest, you actually get upwards of 60,000 gold per day. But of course, to some of you guys, that's going to be a little bit of an investment, so that's not something that I would recommend to you unless you have a ton of time. But personally for me, the way I farm gold is to just spam ritual miracles. You're not going to get as much as doing practice stages, but the thing is, you're going to get relics at the same time. So you're going to sell some of the relics that you don't need, and you're going to keep the relics that you need, and at the end of the day, you're going to get some spare gold this way. So you're killing 2 birds with 1 stone. And of course, another way for you to farm gold, I think this is the most efficient way, of course, is rather the cheapest way, is to buy it directly from the cube shop. You can buy it from the tournament shop, but I would highly suggest against it because this is rather expensive. These tournament points don't come around very frequently. Now the next part, how do I get gold records? I think this is the spiciest one. Okay, so you can get a bunch from events, possibly even up to 2 multi-pools each month. I think it's really possible to get 20 pools each month just by doing events. So this is what people mean when they say that Lilith Games are a bunch of generous developers. And also more ways that you can get gold records is via the shop. So you can actually get gold records from the gold shop itself, although it's very rare, it's about 5%. But of course, more info on this, I'm actually going to upload a video on the gold shop itself. And you can find more gold records in the tournament shop over here, and the cube shop, and the club shop. But of course, it's not correct to say that this is a way of farming gold records. This is just a weekly purchase, right? But there are actual ways for you to farm gold records, and the 3 ways that you can farm them is via ritual miracles, sonic miracles, and practice stages. So I'm not very sure what's the drop rate of gold records in the sonic miracles and the practice stages, but I am very sure that the ritual miracles drop gold records at a rate of 0.5%. So if you want more proof and more information on this, you can check the video linked at the top, and that should give you enough evidence on why I believe that the drop rate is at 0.5%. So basically, once in every 200 ritual miracle runs on, like, let's say K10 or A10, that's gonna drop you 1 gold record. But these are the 3 ways to farm it, but there is another way for you to get even more gold records, and the first way is via the cube miracle. So if you notice the mad defenders over here, they do drop gold records, okay? If you go for the normal standard defenders, they do not drop gold records. Only the mad defenders drop gold records. So I would highly recommend, if you can, try to pursue for the mad defenders. They give you the biggest bang for buck. And the final way that you can get gold records, or rather I think this is just the final way, is via bounties. So sometimes you may luck out on a legendary bounty over here. So as you can see, I can get 1 gold record just by doing this, and I think that the requirements are usually quite simple. So just promote Espers or like hunt 8 specific Espers or something like that. It's really quite simple. And I haven't actually tried it, but you can definitely do some refreshers in order for you to find more of such gold records this way. I'm not sure if it's Nexus crystals efficient that way, but I will certainly test it in the future. But that's it for the gold records. So next question is how to farm relics apart from the story. So obviously the story is where you first get introduced to relics, but here are some ways for you to farm relics. Obviously the first way is going to be ritual miracles. I'm sure a lot of you guys know that by now. This is basically the relic haven. And another way is to go to your expedition. So this is a much cheaper way for you to farm relics. So as you can see over here, I got so many relics and it only cost me I think about 18 stamina. So let's take a look. Yeah, it only cost me about 18 stamina, so this is super cheap for you to get a whole bunch of relics, and they scale according to the current level difficulty that you have cleared. So it's very important for you to at least try to clear the 10th difficulty one time, even if it means using someone else's Esper. That would make a lot of sense for you farming relics. And the third way that you can get relics very efficiently is via the Cube Miracles again. So the Cube Miracle is actually a place that has a lot of stuff, and it's also very important for you to clear this every single day, or rather every other day. So as you can see, they do drop Elite Relic Packs, which is basically just a random relic that you get for clearing the Mad Defender. And as you can see over here, they do drop these things called the Relic Essences and the Cube Points and stuff like that. So the Relic Essences can be used to fuse relics, so that's another way for you to get even more relics. So let's take a look at Relic Fusion in the War Room. And as you can see, if you collect enough of this specific currency, you can fuse whatever relic that you want from whichever boss that you prefer. And also other ways for you to get even more relics is obviously from the shop itself. You can buy some of these relics, even though I may not suggest you to buy them because they are quite expensive. Only use your gold to buy specific relics if they are very good. And aside from the gold shop, you can also go to the tournament shop, which sells limited relics. So these are like just starter relics or something like that. And of course the cube shop as well. There are some starter relics over here that you can buy. And as you can see, you can also purchase Relic Essences, which is used to craft 6-star relics. Now moving on to the fourth question, what relics for X Esper? So like I get a lot of these questions every single day. How should I build this Esper? How should I build that Esper? So generally, supporters like Gabrielle for example need HP and speed. And some of them need accuracy like Tricky, and generally, I cannot stress this more, generally DPS Espers need crit damage. So for example, you can take a look at Liling, even though he's not my best Esper over here. So he needs crit damage, crit rate, and attack power. But then again, there are also a lot of variations, so this is just a very generic assumption. So like for example, some supports need attack power. So like for example, Changpu, if I can find her. Okay, so Changpu, she scales off attack power on her heals. And some DPS Esper scale off speed. So for example, Sander, yes, Sander over here, his attacks all scale off speed, which makes him very powerful when built very fast. But this is not always the case for other DPS Espers like Chloe and Lin Xiao for example. You just want to go with raw attack power. And of course, finally, there are also defender Espers that require crit damage. So for example, Dona over here, he's kind of like a tank, but he's also not a tank at the same time because he doesn't really tank for your other allies. Instead, he does a tremendous amount of damage with his third skill and his passive. So he's really well known for dealing a lot of damage in Point War. And on to the final and the fifth question. How do you get more stamina? Okay, so the thing is, you can refill stamina 10 times a day using this. So it's gonna cost you a total of 960 Nexus Crystals because the first refill costs you only 60 Nexus Crystals. But this is very expensive for new players, and I understand that. It is also really expensive for me in my opinion. But aside from that, you can get even more stamina refills by doing your dailies. So I think one of them over here, yeah, there you go. So on the third daily, you can get another 60 stamina for free. And you can also get more stamina by completing your club's weekly task, which gives you 2 stamina packs over here. And aside from these 2 areas, you also get daily stamina through the plaza as long as you log in and don't forget to select it. Like over here, daily gift, this grants you 60 stamina and I think like 5k gold. And of course, finally, you can buy them directly from the friend shop over here. You can buy upwards of 60 stamina per day. And maybe 2 more regions where you can actually find even more stamina is obviously one in the bounties. I'm not actually sure whether I have any. Yes, I do have one over here. So you can get 60 stamina by doing bounties sometimes. And some of your story quests would actually return you stamina. So if you do story a lot, like let's say you're grinding a lot of practice stages, you will notice that you do get some stamina returns every so often, and the returns can be quite high as well. I think like maybe 10%. So basically if you spend 100 stamina, you should get back about 10 stamina. That's usually the rate that I'm looking at. So there you go, these are the 5 questions that are very common that I receive every single day on a daily basis, and I see a lot in the global chat as well. So hopefully this answered some of your questions, and if you have any further questions, do drop them down in the comment section below so that I can get back to you soonest. Also, if you found that this video is helpful to you, don't forget to subscribe for more Dislyte content. And this has been free to play by the way, and as always, I will see you in the next video.